To get people excited about Boost Mobile's new nationwide 5G network, we're offering unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month.
Forever.
Even if you have a baby.
Even if your baby has a baby.
Even if you grow old and wrinkly and you start repeating yourself.
Even if you start repeating yourself.
Even if you're on your deathbed and you need to make one last call.
Or text.
Right, or text. The long-lost son you abandoned at birth.
You'll still get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile.
Forever!
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Forever.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer warns the NHS must change or die, Polaris Dawn makes space history, and much more. It's Friday, 13th of September, it's Chocolate Day, and happy birthday, Niall Horan.
The Smart 7. It's news, but
Not the news.
The new government published a review of the NHS on Thursday, and it made for some grim reading. Almost immediately after they won the election, Labour appointed independent peer and NHS surgeon Lord Darzi to carry out a detailed review of the state of the NHS and make recommendations. His key findings were that the NHS is in a critical condition because of awful emergency services, ballooning wait times and a decline in productivity. PM Keir Starmer says it's time to reimagine the service.
The NHS is at a fork in the road, and we have a choice. Don't act and leave it to die. Raise taxes on working people, or reform to secure its future. Now, working people can't afford to pay more, so it's reform or die.
He says there'll be no more money spent on short-term fixes and laid out 3 key areas for reform with a detailed 10-year plan to follow in the spring. Lord Darzi says that while the situation is grim, it can still be turned around.
It's broken, but it's completely reversible. The vital signs are stable. We just need to put the right investment in the NHS.
The war of words between Russia and the West escalated on Thursday. Russian President Vladimir Putin warned that a decision to allow the use of long-range weapons by Ukraine to strike Russia would be considered an act of war. UK PM Keir Starmer, on his way to a meeting with Joe Biden in Washington, responded by saying Russia started this conflict. Russia can end this conflict straight away. His tone doesn't quite match that of German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who has been pushing for peace talks after gains by opposition parties in the German elections.
Now is the moment, now is the time, when we have to sound out the possibilities. And the Ukrainian president is right to say that we need another peace conference, and this time, Russia must be sitting at the table.
While Putin pushed back on long-range weapons, Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov continued to accuse Ukraine of targeting nuclear power stations with its missiles, an allegation that appears to be a case of Russian projection.
Nuclear terrorism has become Ukraine's main hallmark. The Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant was on the verge of disaster when the Ukrainian armed forces shelled it on August 11th, and a fire severely damaged one of the plant's cooling towers.
The National Television Awards on Wednesday evening saw many surprising moments, including Mrs. Brown's Boys winning a comedy award, but also a shock new revelation about the Post Office Horizon scandal. Jo Hamilton, a former sub-postmaster, revealed on stage that over 300 of her colleagues still haven't been paid, including Sir Alan Bates. They were accepting the Impact Award for the ITV drama about the scandal, and her revelation sparked renewed media interest in the story and questions about why the Labour government haven't moved to settle the long-running dispute. Jo spoke to BBC Breakfast on Thursday to say this has gone on long enough.
We've been together since 2009, and it's obviously going to go into 2025, and they're still messing us around. I mean, we've proved everything in court. Why the hell can't they just pay us?
Things have never been busier in space, with Thursday seeing a new record for the amount of astronauts in orbit at the same time, with a total of 19. All eyes were on the Polaris Dawn, which is a groundbreaking SpaceX commercial mission, largely funded by billionaire Jason Isaacman, who made his money with a payments company called Shift4 Payments. He and his crew of 3 made history on Thursday when they successfully completed the first ever commercial spacewalk. Although they didn't exactly walk anywhere, still it's a significant moment in space exploration, and we'll have more detail on it in this Sunday's Sunday 7 podcast. Meanwhile, here's Jason making history high above planet Earth.
I'm at the bottom of the mobility aid, progressing.
I have a feeling the crowd is about to go wild.
Back at home, we all have a lot of work to do, but from here, Earth sure looks like a perfect world.
Still to come
come on today's Smart 7. Taylor Swift's big week continues and Mikel Arteta puts pen to paper. Right after this.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Welcome back. This weekend sees the Premier League bounce back after a 2-week break for the Nations League. It's a packed fixture list, and already there are a couple of clubs who look like they might have a tough season ahead. Manchester United start the weekend in 14th place in the table after 2 losses in 3 games. Chelsea aren't in much better shape with just 4 points so far. The big games of the weekend see Chelsea away to Bournemouth on Saturday evening, while Sunday sees Newcastle travel to Wolves. It's also North London derby weekend as Spurs host Arsenal, where Mikel Arteta has just signed a new contract that will see him in charge until 2027.
When I come in the building, when I talk to people, when I sense the environment and they are ready to do whatever it takes to take this club to the next level and win. And you have to feel that. You can't express it, you cannot convince people. You have to see that behavior daily. And this is what we have.
The MTV Video Music Awards took place early on Thursday morning, our time, and it seems like it was quite the show. The awards don't have the same clout they used to have, but this year's version saw Taylor Swift rubbing shoulders with Post Malone, Lenny Kravitz, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, and a Lifetime Achievement Award-winning Katy Perry. In what has turned out to be a big week for her, Taylor Swift became the most decorated solo artist of all time, picking up her 30th award. She's also had a big political impact this week, and for a childless cat lady, she was sounding pretty much in love with her constant companion and boyfriend Travis Kelce.
I would always just hear someone cheering and woo! From across the studio, and that one person was my boyfriend Travis. Everything this man touches turns to happiness and fun and magic, so I want to thank him for adding that to our shoot.
There's a new Netflix rom-com on the way that features a reverse of the usual Hollywood recipe. This time it's an older woman and a younger man. The older woman is Laura Dern and the younger man is Liam Hemsworth, and it certainly seems like they had good chemistry on set. She plays a writer in search of some peace and quiet in Morocco when she meets Owen, who is travelling with his girlfriend, but sparks start to fly. It's from the writer of Erin Brockovich, Susanna Grant. It's called Lonely Planet, and it lands on Netflix on October 11th.
How come you can't finish your book at home?
Long story.
I've got time.
I think the point of travel was to show us the tiny place we occupy in the world.
How does your guy deal with all this?
Who said I had a guy?
Wikipedia.
Oh, right, of course.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
1-800-Flowers.com is more than your birthday, anniversary, or just because gift-giving destination. We put our hearts into everything we do to help you celebrate all life's special occasions with friends and family. From our farmers and bakers, florists and makers, everything from 1-800-Flowers is made with love every step of the way, because we know that nothing is more important than delivering a smile. To learn more, visit 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST.